Did you know that Superman had a brother who refused to celebrate Christmas? His name was Noel. Comic Book Editions Volume 124 is the video you landed on today. Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel or haven't yet subscribed, I hope you'll take this opportunity to do so. Please give this video a thumbs up as well. It's a great way to show support. I'll be curious which cover that I've recently added into my collection ends up being your personal favorite, so I'll look for that in the comments section below. Also, sharing my channel or this video with someone that you think might be of interest is another great way to show support. Thanks a bunch. If everything old is new again, that certainly is the case in the first book that I have to show to you because it just came out today. What the heck is this, you might be saying? This is Superman 75 30th Anniversary 1 in 25 incentive foil cover, which is a mouthful to say. And already I can tell on camera, this doesn't come across as beautiful as it does in person. When I first saw the solicit for this, I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I kind of think I want that. And now I'm so glad that I pulled the trigger on it. Now that it's here and I've seen it with my own eyes, it far exceeds what I was expecting. This just came out today. That's how brand new it is. As a matter of fact, I think DC Comics has a very solid lineup of books that came out today. There is the Death of Superman 30th Anniversary one-shot with the new stories regarding the death of Superman. There's the Superman 75 30th Anniversary reprint, which this is the 1 in 25 incentive cover on. There is a facsimile of Robin's first appearance from Detective Comics. There's that Golden Age one-shot. There's the new issue of Dark Crisis and a new Wonder Woman issue today too, which is a one-off storyline that reunites the Trinity, Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman in a one-off story. So if you haven't read the previous issues of Wonder Woman, you can read this and not be lost in what's going on. So very solid lineup today and this week from DC, for sure. I was very pumped about that one and very pumped to have this book. I myself don't really remember a variant or an incentive cover on a book that is a reprint. I don't really remember Marvel or DC doing that before. If I'm wrong on that, make sure to leave me a comment below and tell me what books have had different or variant covers that were reprints. I'd be curious to know about that. Of course, this is the iconic last page of Superman 75. It is foiled out of its mind, and I love every bit of it. This thing's selling for a considerable price, too, online. I was looking around at that earlier today, and I'm glad that I scooped my copy up and pre-ordered when I did. Very happy. I think it would have been huge FOMO, especially after having seen this, not putting it in the collection. And if you're kind of on the fence, hopefully you get a chance to see it in person because I think in person is the true selling point. You know, this little insert picture next to me and the book here, even on camera, doesn't do it justice of how nice it actually looks. Sweet. As I said in other videos rather, I don't, always talk about the current or new books that I pick up unless they're ratio or incentive covers. And this is an awesome one. Very iconic. Let's show you a book that I saved. Where's that trade dress, you're saying? So this one was about to go into the dumpster and I just couldn't let it happen. I had to save it. So this is Wonder Woman Volume 1, issue number 293. And if you're wondering where the trade dress is, I know on the insert on the side here, I've got the full picture with the trade dress so you can see what the cover looks like. What used to happen is when stores, and I'm not talking comic book stores because this is back when you could find comic books in the supermarket and the drugstores and other places like that when they were everywhere on the spinner racks. But if they needed to return a book, what they would do, my understanding is, they would rip off the top trade dress that had the title and the issue number in it and just ship that back because that's much more cheaper than shipping the entire book back. And then they were supposed to destroy what remained of the book. Well, most of the times, the stripped copies ended up being given to kids whose parents worked at the stores that stripped the cover off or ended up in yard sales or fished out of the dumpster or something. So that certainly was the case for this book. And because one is nice, twice as nice too. Oh, that one's got part of the cover even folded down. But yeah, I did. There were two of them. I just had to save them. I don't know. I couldn't throw them into the dumpster. I already had the book. I have a couple copies, I think, of the book, but I just couldn't let it get thrown away. So at least I have one that kind of represents what a stripped cover would look like. This story is the end of a three-parter that was the first time that all of the female DC Comics superheroes were united into one crossover story. So it was Wonder Woman 291, 292, and then the story wrapped up in this issue 293. Several years later in Volume 2 of Wonder Woman, Phil Jimenez kind of did an homage to this storyline by reuniting all of the female DC characters into a big crossover during his run in Wonder Woman 2. Maybe sometime on Fanboys Live in the Retro Review, I'll talk the boys into reviewing these three issues. But brought back some memories for sure. And I remember as a young collector how excited I was to see all of these characters together into one story. When you have that many characters, though, it's hard to give each one a lot of screen time. You have to give Wonder Woman the most because it is her book after all. But saved 2 copies from the dumpster. I did my good deed for the week with that one. I think you know, if you watch my channel long enough, how much I love foreign variants, especially if it has a cover that's different than the one here in the United States. This qualifies for it. This is Green Arrow number 5, and this is from the DC Rebirth era. So there was a series, this comes from Mexico, and there were a series of soccer covers that were exclusive to Mexico, and they were all connecting covers. Now this one primarily has Wonder Woman, front and center, although you do see a little bit of Green Arrow in there. Wonder Woman's not in the story at all. It's just this exclusive cover. This isn't in mint condition, but you just don't see this come up that much, and I just thought, it's better to get it now, and if I need to upgrade it or have the opportunity to upgrade it later, I can consider that. Maybe I won't get the opportunity to upgrade it later, so I'll be happy to at least have one right now, even though it's not, mint to mint. It's pretty cool. I don't think Wonder Woman had her own comic book published in Mexico at this time. Now, her books might have been like in the back of another title or something. I'm not for sure on that too. If you can add some clarity to that in the comment section below, that would be awesome. Which is why I think they put her front and center on this Green Arrow. Unless, or maybe this could be too, maybe all of the connecting issues came out on the same week and she wasn't scheduled for that week. I'm not sure, but it's awesome. I saw the other connecting covers, that feature Batman and Superman, and they are cool too. And yeah, it would be kind of nice to put them all together and have a complete set, but if it doesn't happen, I have the one that I really did want, courtesy of eBay. So before we continue recent additions into my collection, I do want to remind you that I have a contest going where you could win the comic book that I wrote, Female Force, Loretta Lynn. Check out last Tuesday's video. That's the November 1st, 2022 video for complete entry details. And remember, all entries need to be on that November 1st, 2022 video. Giving away copies of this courtesy of Cookie from Just a Little Podcast and myself. I hope that you'll enter if you haven't already. And thanks to those that have entered or have shared the contest or spread the word about my channel. It's a pretty easy contest to enter too. You just have to subscribe to a few YouTube channels. And probably more than likely, they're channels that you're already subscribed to already. So why not just get officially entered? So check out that November 1st video. One more thing that I want to show today, and I've been meaning to show this for a long time, and the reason that it took so long is because I had to make sure that it got into the hands of my friends so it wouldn't get spoiled by them watching one of my videos. But this is this awesome little teeny tiny Secret Origins book that was done by Trident Studios. I bought this when it first was solicited back in late spring or early summer. I want to say late spring. And the reason that it took so long, I bought extra copies. One I gave to Mr. Fridgeart for his birthday, but the other one I had to get to Brazil. And it's finally gotten to Brazil. And then I probably did a month more of videos after my friend Andre in Brazil got it, where I forgot to mention it, but I didn't want to neglect it this time. I love this book. I can't tell you that it's 100% licensed and authentic, but I can tell you that the quality of this book is amazing. These are the little mini Secret Origin comic books that came in the leaf candies. I remember those from the early 1980s, and they kind of give you like, I don't know, like an 8-page origin of the different superheroes. Very cool things. I love Trident Studios. I've purchased from them before. I purchased stickers. I purchased other books that they've done. Everything is quality material. I put a link to their Etsy store where you can find it in the description for this video in case there's something that you might be looking for, maybe not only for yourself, but for a holiday gift as well. So I did want to make sure that I did acknowledge this. I know Trident has other future releases coming, which I will be supporting as well and showing you in future comic book editions videos. But in the meantime, I told you it was a short haul today. That's what I got for you in this DC Comics haul of recent additions to my comic book collection. Which cover was your favorite? Which one excited you the most? Did you get one of those Superman 75 1-in-25 incentive covers? I'd love to know that. Comment below. Anything that you want to dialogue about is welcomed. Your comments are welcomed, encouraged, and appreciated. That brings us to the end of this Comic Book Editions Volume 124 video. I hope you have a safe and healthy week, and until we get the chance to visit again, take care.